All right, turn off my camera, and I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when you guys can see my screen.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, perfect. All right, so as you saw from my email communications, the way that we're going to try and replicate this Ask the Experts thing virtually is kind of in two ways. So we have the platform, and the platform is open, and you know the show dates are December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, which is a Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And so one way that people can connect with experts is simply just by going into the platform and requesting a meeting with you. And then you have the meeting within the platform, right? And I would, again, like, I won't go over this too much because I put it all in the email, but you probably want to try and keep the meetings to no more than 15 minutes because that was the original intent of Ask the Experts. It would be no more than 15 minutes. And so one way that they can connect with you if they want to have a one-on-one meeting within a platform is just by requesting a meeting within the platform. And you'll get notified both in the platform if you happen to be logged in, or via email if someone has requested a meeting with you in the platform. We have 3 days of the show. All we really ask is that if you can, if convenient, if it's not a huge deal, if you can, but if you can, try and kind of make yourself available for at least 2 hours worth of meetings, however many meetings that turns out to be, because I think our original commitment was maybe 3 hours per person, just once across the 3 days. So if you can, that'd be great. If you get more meeting requests and you want to attend more, and if you want to be in the platform more and certainly watch all the great content, please feel free to. But yes, that's one of the ways that people, that participants can meet up with you is by requesting a meeting. The other way, and the way that we're going to go through today is you're each going to have, we've each scheduled one hour session for each of you across 3 days. I think in my original email, I kind of reached out and said, are there any days that won't work for anyone? And a few people did come back and say, actually, you know, the Thursday won't work for me, or the Tuesday afternoon won't work for me. And so we've taken that into account on when we've scheduled the sessions. But we've gone ahead and scheduled sessions for all of you guys across the 3 days. And what I want to show you today is how you actually start your session. And it's pretty easy. So again, this won't even take an hour. It's very, very easy, but I wanted to just show you guys anyway and record this and let you refer to this. Now, forgive me for a second, but Nicole, who is on the call, is our content manager. She jumped in. Our previous content manager, Micah, who some of you had known, left in October. And so Nicole has jumped into the fray, as it were, and learned a lot. And has been fantastic in helping us all get all of this great content ready. But I wanted to ask Nicole, have we communicated yet to our experts which day and which time they're going to be on yet?
No, but I do have it all in a Google Doc, and I can send that as calendar placeholders. For now, if for some reason I missed a conflict, please let me know, and I can switch you around with somebody else. Definitely not a big deal. But yes, I'll send those out today.
So yeah, we'll send you out. We've just, again, based on the feedback that we did get. Remember the show out 5. 1 hour session. And again, one time I can't do it, not a big deal. We can move it, no problem. So Nicole will send that out to you, so you kind of know when your 1 hour session is going to be. But but yes, without kind of further ado, let me just show you how to start your 1 hour session. So and we'll of course, you know, if you haven't already, some of you may have already been in the platform, but if you haven't, we'll send you the URL to join the platform. So remember, we have the website, but then we also have the platform, and everything about the show is going to take place within the platform. So this is your main screen of the actual show platform itself. It's got a bunch of information on it. And so the first thing I'm going to need to do is sign in. So you all have speaker accounts that have been created within the platform, speaker/visitor accounts. They're all in the platform. And you should have all received an activation email to activate your accounts. Did anyone not receive one and you need us to resend? I'll just of the people that are on the call right now. Did anyone not receive one?
Just double checking.
Because we can
Yeah,
always resend.
No,
I'm not sure I've. I find it one now.
I would also check your junk mail just in case. And if you didn't, it's okay because we can resend.
What would be the subject line or the from account?
MadCon NYC.
Yeah, MadCon NYC. But I'm trying to remember what the subject line was.
Was it be
The speaker
start
registration
planning your Mad Venture?
details.
Yes.
No.
It
Oh,
starts
mine
off,
did.
excuse me, as MadCon NYC speaker registration details.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I got it. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, I
So-
actually don't think I have one. This is Brennan speaking. So
No problem.
It doesn't
So,
appear to be in
Brennan,
my,
we can resend that. No
I'll
problem.
take care of that right now.
thank you so much.
No problem at all. All right, so yeah, once you activate it, or if you've already activated it and you have your thing, so first thing you'll do is you'll log into the platform. This is, by the way, our dev platform, our test platform.
Sorry, could I just ask one? I'm sorry if I missed this.
Sure.
How do we jump into the actual place where we can sign in? I'm not seeing a URL to click yet.
No, I'll give you the URL.
Gotcha, thanks.
Yeah, I'll give you the URL. Yeah. So when you see, when you get that activation, when you would have gotten that activation email, when you click the activate, it basically takes you right to that screen that I just showed you. But I'll also resend the URL just so everyone has it.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. As a matter of no. Yeah, no, I'll resend it to everyone. I think that's safer. I'll just resend it to everyone. So I'm now in the platform, and the first thing I see, right? So I've created a dummy speaker visitor account. The first thing that I see is my recommendations, like people that have been recommended to me, exhibitors, speakers, all this kind of stuff. And so your session, your Ask the Expert session, is in the main session list. And so you would basically come over to Agenda. We're going to add one in here for Ask the Experts, but you don't even need to click on the Ask the Experts. You can just click Agenda, and it takes you to all of the sessions that are happening across the days of the show. It's got some top picks up here. It's got session tracks up here. The day, obviously, this will look different in the real platform. The real platform only shows Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the day of the show. But of course, we've been messing around. This is the dev platform. We've got some other days in here, and it will start listing. It will start listing the sessions. You can see we've got a bunch of test stuff in here, some real stuff, but it's all the dev platform. And so you'll scroll to your session, and you'll know your session because we'll send you, hey, your session is 2 p.m. on Thursday or something. So, and it will say, correct me if I'm wrong, Nicole, it will say the session title will be Ask the Experts, : and then your specialist subject.
Correct.
And where it
Some
says,
Succession fans in here.
oh, so yeah, this is my dummy account that I created. So yeah, you'll also see a and then : will say content creation, for example, and then it will show your picture, your headshot, and your name as a speaker. So once you have found the session, and for today, we're using this one. This one I created called ATE Session Test 2. Once you found it, you're not going to see this join room demo. This is just for the dev. You're just going to see the join session button. So you just click the join session button. And then it shows you a little bit of information about your session, its name, when it's supposed to start, when it's supposed to end, blah, blah, blah. And in order to select media devices, we need to do a quick permissions check of your mic and camera. When the pop-up appears, choose allow. So let's continue. Okay, and then it's going to be in here, your stuff, you're going to see yourself, your mic, all right, that's all fine. Everything is default, no problem. And then I'm going to click join room. And as you can see, the only thing that's enabled on entering is me hearing other people. My mic and camera are not enabled on entering. So I join the room. All right, I'm already in the room. And now I can come over here and I can enable my microphone and camera. And of course it says it's not allowing me. We've been having this issue. But this is how I would join. That's it. And then I enable my microphone and my camera, and I'm good to go. And now, Nicole, or if Whit is on the call, were you able to log in using your dummy account at all?
Yeah, so I was able to log in using my dummy account.
So can you join this session that I called ATE Session Test 2?
Sure.
So I'm the speaker, so it's got here. hello, Kendall. And so Whit is going to join the session now.
Just navigating, should be there in 2 seconds.
And so Whit is basically just going to simulate what an attendee will do when they join the session.
All right. I'm just going to put my, should I put my Teams on mute when I join?
No, you don't need to. You don't need to right now. Okay, and there's Whit. And so at this point, it is, you'll be on camera, but it's up to the attendee whether they want to go on camera or not. I'm sure some will and some won't. And some other people will just want to submit their questions via the chat function. So it's really up to the attendee. You're just going to be there kind of like you would have been at the face-to-face show in your physical pod, you know, for 3 hours. You'll just be here for an hour. And people can join anytime in that hour. And again, I'm sure some people will be happy to join with their camera and microphone. And I think some people will just want to do it via the chat function, completely up to them. But that's really it. That's all you do to join the session. It's all web browser based. All you do to join the session. And when your time is up, if you're doing 2 to 3 p.m. and 3 p.m. comes and your time is up, you will just click this little leave meeting button here. And as you can see, for all sessions, there is also a little timer, so there's always a reminder for you for how long you have left in the session, just so you can see and you can wrap things up if they're getting busy. But yeah, when your session ends, you just click the red button to leave meeting, and it takes you back to that previous screen. And that really is it. That's all there is to it in terms of starting your session. One thing I will tell you is that there will be a read person. Could be me, could be Nicole, could be Whit, could be one of our customer success people, could be one of our marketing people, but there will be a read person joining each of your sessions with you, just in case things go wrong and we can help out with anything. So you will always have us with you. But yeah, that's really all you do to go and join your session. Any questions on that? Seem fairly simple. John, do you think you can? John, do you think it's within your capabilities to handle?
We can handle this. I think we got it.
Jesse, what about you? Thinking it's okay? Thinking you might be able to struggle through?
I think I can make it.
Okay, great. That's it. That is it, gentlemen. That's all there is to it. So we will. So just as a quick reminder and recap of what we're going to send out after this. We're going to send out your scheduled time. And again, please let us know as soon as you can. If for whatever reason you cannot do that scheduled time, it's not change it, but we want to do, we kind of need to change it as soon as possible. So let us know that you're okay with your scheduled time. We will also send out the URL, even though you would have gotten that in your email as well. We'll send you out the URL for the platform itself, so you can click and just go straight to that login screen of the URL. If you are having any issues whatsoever, if you can't find your activation email, or if you found your activation email and it's not working, please let us know. We can resend your activation email if we need to, or we can, I'm sure we can fix whatever problem that you might be having. And that's really about it in terms of what we're send out. I encourage you to, between now and the show, to log into the platform and just have a play around. Again, I've had this discussion, not just on MadCon, but I've had this discussion a few times, more than a few times over the past couple of months with more than a few people, more than a few customers. The platform itself, it's pretty much, all these virtual platforms, they're pretty much the same thing. They're pretty easy to use, self-explanatory. They all have a list of exhibitors or sponsors. They all let you watch content. They all let you join sessions. They all let you schedule meetings. They pretty much, from a functionality perspective, there's very, very little difference between them. You know, here in Read Exhibitions, as you can imagine, we're saying, "Ooh, which platform are you using? I'm using this platform," or "This vendor is approaching us to use this platform." Guess what? They're all pretty much the same, and they all pretty much do it. Some look nicer and slicker than others, which is nice, always nice to have. But they're all pretty much the same thing. But again, I would encourage you just to log in, just have a look around. You probably will find some sessions that you're probably going to want to attend, right? Or because we've got a really great lineup. Just have a look around, play with it a little bit. you can even start having meetings now. It's open now for anyone who wants to book meetings. Whether you accept it or not is up to you. But in your own profile, there will be there's a lot of cool functionality in your own profile. If you wanted to change your headshot, you can do that. If you wanted to change your little about me, you can do that. You might go in your profile and say, actually, I want good I'm only interested in AI and content, so I'm going to change my product preferences to only do AI and content. So therefore, I'll only get recommended sessions or people or exhibitors that do AI and content. You can change that. But most importantly, also in your profile, you can block out times that you're not available. And actually, while I have you here, because there's no harm in doing this, while I have you here, let me show you how to do that. So you're in the platform. Now you've logged in. There's Kendall. And you're going to click on My Profile. I'll just quickly take you through this. My profile tells you a lot of cool things. It tells you about your profile completeness. It tells you all about meetings. If anyone's looked at your speaker page, your profile, if anyone's favorited you as a speaker, it tells you all this information here. You go to your recommendations, and again, it shows all of your recommendations for speakers, for exhibitors, blah, blah, blah. I won't belabor that. In your edit profile, this is the important one, right? I can change my photo if I want. I can select my product categories that I'm interested in. So I can come down here. Again, this is kind of no-brainer stuff. All platforms kind of do this. So I can say, actually, I'm just interested in chatbots and consumer behavior. And my recommendations that I previously showed you will change instantaneously. So I can change all that, and then I can come to description. I can write a little blurb about me that I think is cool. I can go to my matchmaking settings. Now, this is really important. So up here are all the dates, right? And this is the dev platform, so you're not going to see all these dates when you go in the real platform. But, especially you'll see 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of December, which are the main show dates. If there's any time across there that you're not available, you can block it off here. You can say, you know what? No. I'm busy for the first 2 hours on the 6th of November, and I'm just going to block off that time, and I'm going to save it. Therefore, no one can book meetings with you when you're blocked off. So I would definitely urge you to block off your calendar if there are any times you don't want to have meetings. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's just saying these are all the different notifications you can get, right? Nothing big there. You can change your password if you're not happy with your password. Matchmaking, again, this is pretty self-explanatory. Nothing outlandish here, nothing that you wouldn't have seen before. If it ever loads. But this just kind of shows your sponsor and exhibitor recommendations, and kind of like Amazon does, these get smarter the more you play around with this. If you're like, yes, that's definitely me and that's definitely me, I'm going to favorite it, but these two guys are definitely not me, I'm going to go not relevant, your recommendations will get smarter. Messages contains a repository of any messages that you have sent or people have sent you. It's your own kind of like personal IM station within the platform. The delegate list is an important one, because when you click on the delegate list, you can see every participant, whether they're a speaker or an exhibitor or a sponsor or an attendee, a visitor, all of the participants, and you can search them by name, position, company name. You can search all participants in here. So that's quite an important one. Favorites, don't need to explain it. You know what it is. Anything that you favorited, whether it's a session, a person, whatever, will show up in your favorites. My schedule, this will show anything that you've like, oh, I definitely got to go to that session and this session and this session, and I want to arrange this meeting. Anything that you have, any session you've saved or any meeting that you've arranged will all be in your My Schedule. And then finally, My Sessions. Anything that I'm a speaker on are going to be in here in My Sessions. So that's really it. Again, I would encourage you to look around. There's a bunch of stuff that you can look at in here. About different stuff, and actually the main platform has a few more buttons up here. This is just the dev platform, so have a look around, mess around with it. If you have any questions, you know where we are. I'm sure we can help you out, but that is essentially it. So let me throw it open again one more time, for any final questions or comments from anybody. Alrighty, you are all, wow, you're not only experts on your given subject, you're Expo platform experts now. So wow, that's impressive. Put that on your resume. All right, that is it. We will send you that information shortly. After, please feel free to reach out to us again, especially if the time that we schedule you for will not work. We can easily change that. It's not a big deal. Takes seconds. But any other questions, please reach out to us. And until then, have another 35 minutes back in your calendars. So I appreciate everybody joining. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carlos.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Guys.